today is the first day of lockdown. During this coronavirus outbreak, I'm not going to go out and get a haircut at a barber's shop because you never know, you can't be too careful. I'm glad that I bought this hair clipper a few years ago. Really, I don't use it very often. Sounds like a good time to have a go at that. I'm going to try number 5. Just going to go like that. So number 5 gives you that. I don't really care because everything is in lockdown, and who's going to see me except for my wife, and she thinks I'm handsome under any circumstance. So I think there you go, all the hair gone, and so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and yeah, sounds like fun. There you go. There you go. Not bad.
I did a good job then.
You did a good job, yes. I'd like to think it's a joint project as I started it off. But yeah, decent enough. So when the city is under lockdown, do your own haircut.
And have some fun.
Yes, it was fun. So today is the first day of lockdown here in the UK. We are in South London. The roads are not as empty as you'd have thought. As you can see, the buses are still working because people are allowed to go for essential work. You're also allowed to go out to get supplies, and you are allowed to go for one form of exercise. So maybe you can go for a walk. So yeah, so the shops are closed, as you can see. The shops are closed. We're gonna go out and get some groceries. Today is the first time we're leaving home, or at least going a bit further away from home for the first time in about a week. We have been self-isolating for some time anyway, and today is the first full day of lockdown. So let's have a look what is there in the supermarket. So we have to go to the back of the queue. It's 8 a.m. and there is already a very long queue. Lidl allowed only about 15 to 20 customers in the store at any given time. The others were asked to wait outside, maintaining their distance. When some people left the store, some others were allowed in. One thing that is in high demand in many countries during this outbreak is toilet paper. In this store, we found none, but alhamdulillah, we already had some at home. So we're done shopping, sanitizing my hands. The problem is we're stuck with a whole bunch of shopping right here. We were going to take the trolley away because we live just 5 minutes walk. So we thought we'll take the trolley away and return it later. But one thing I didn't know was the trolley has some sort of electronic lock. As soon as you go a certain distance further away from the shop, it just locks itself. So initially we tried with 3 different trolleys, moved from one to another, but it just kept locking. So we realized the hard way. So now we have no choice but to carry these for about 5 minutes. It should be okay, inshallah. Sanitize your hands, wash your hands as often as possible. Washing is better than sanitizing, if possible. Good luck. And they've got all of this And you'll have to take these two. So looking out of the window from the 11th floor, I can see the street down below, quieter than normal, I'd have to say. Normally there would be many more people out there, much more traffic, busier than this, of course. But there are still people out there going about their business. I would guess must be essential business, as government says you should not be going out for non-essential purposes. But there are some people out there, so the lockdown doesn't appear to be, on day one at least, as strict as what it appears to be on some of the other European countries. This is the first day of lockdown in London, but it is quieter than normal. When you're confined in limited space for a prolonged period of time, it can have some negative effects on your well-being, physically and mentally. It can make you irritable and maybe gain weight. So it is important to try to stay active as much as possible. So what we're doing, my wife and I, we are spending some time on the treadmill every day. If you can, do that. If not, at least try to walk around within the area as much as you can. And so what we're doing is we try to spend at least half an hour to an hour every day on the treadmill. That's actually less than what we would have done if we were to go outside and walk. So at least that much we can do. So this is my home office, working from home as recommended by the government, doing my part, staying at home. I got my laptop here. Sometimes I go back and forth between the table over there and the couch over here. So when I'm at the table, I have a great view outside. So boss, if you're watching, I'm working. So we went to the supermarket this morning, the first day of the lockdown here in London. We got pretty much what we wanted. So the shelves were full for most part. Some things like toilet paper and some other things completely were empty. It was very early on in the morning, which suggests that these items were not there overnight. But alhamdulillah, we already have some at home. So these are things we got today. We also have some vegetables which are in the fridge now. I didn't bring them out. So we got potatoes, we got garlic, onion, a bag of rice, biscuits, we've got bananas, instant noodles, we've got eggs. So what I want to say is that we chose not to go for too huge an amount. Judging by what people were buying, at least this supermarket Lidl, they were not putting any restriction on how many of each item you can buy. At least we didn't see that. So, but we tried to go for a somewhat of a reasonable amount. Like normally we would have probably got one box of eggs. Instead we got two. So we didn't go for 10 or something. So we bought a little bit more than what we'd normally do, because we thought that it would not be wise to go out every day or multiple times every week. So we plan to go out maybe once every 7 to 10 days, and this amount should serve that purpose. And one of the reasons we don't want to buy more than this, of course it would help us individually, but we want to be don't want to be selfish, and we want to help others as well with regards to leaving something there so the next person that comes in finds at least something. If we get 10 of one thing, that means somebody else comes in later and doesn't find any. So we'd like to request everyone in a similar circumstance around the world, really, it's a similar circumstance everywhere, please be reasonable and allow others to get some supplies as well. And if that means you have to go next week and get some more, so be it. So that's how we are getting on with the lockdown here in the UK. I'd just like to say that it is a difficult time for all of us. We need to stick together by staying apart, be responsible, shop responsibly, and help anyone, whoever we can around. If there is someone elderly, without visiting them, if we can drop something off, maybe a neighbor or someone, let's do that. We're trying our best, hopefully, inshallah. So we'll give you more updates how things are going. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to our channel. And one thing we cannot do now, which we love to do otherwise, which is traveling around the world. So while we cannot travel now, we are uploading some of our videos from our previous trips, and some are already online. So please check out some of these videos on our second channel called Life Moves. Please subscribe there as well. I'll see you in the next video. Keep watching.